Okay, so he asked you out, and what happened next?
Well, then I had, my mother said, show Harry where the bus stop is. And I said, he knows because he got off there. And she said, well, you could go down with him and show him. So it's dark. So she said, Dad said, take my torch. So we got to the bus stop, which was only a little way away. And he's telling me some long yarn about the army. And the bus came. So he said, oh, I'll miss this one, catch the next one. I said, it's not for another half an hour or something. And I was cold. So anyway, he went on with his story. And he was still in the middle of something when the second bus came. And he said, I'll catch the one after this. So anyway, he finished his story. And the last, I said, this is the last one, so you'll have to catch this. And he said, And it came, and as he went to get on the bus, he turned around and kissed me and got on the bus. And when he told the story later, he was all said, I grabbed him. And I was astonished when he did that, because I thought, no, I knew you a long time ago, but I don't know you as you are now.
So then you started going out?
Well, then he wrote and said that he'd enjoyed the visit very much. And he'd be down that way about a fortnight later. And he came and took me out. We went to the cinema, box of chocolates. I thought, that's lovely. A small one. And then he started making a regular thing of it. Next I heard he'd bought a motorbike, so he could get easier then, not so expensive really. And he didn't get much money in those days. But his father said to him when he joined the army, take the advantage of getting on a course whenever you can. And he said, just store the knowledge up and it'll do good in the future. And he did, he was very good at that. And he was only 19, so he was 19 in January and he come down just after Christmas. And then when it was Easter, Nanna invited my mum and dad up there with my sister and I. And we started getting more serious then. And we used to sit in the lounge in the front. And his brother was a pest. He was quite a lot younger than me. And he was about 12, I think, then. And he'd hide behind the settee. We didn't know he was there. And suddenly he'd go, no. And what are you doing there? And he'd get him by the scruff of the neck. Get him out.
So how long did you go out for?
I was 16 in March, and that was Easter time. And we went out for about 17 months, I think.
And then what happened?
Well, because I couldn't see him all that often, I was going to dances, and my mum was 20 when I was born, so she and Dad were young enough to go to the same dances, the army dances. And if anyone asked to see me home, and because there was a shortage of girls anyway, they all there queuing up for dates. And I'd say, well, I have to ask my parents, which you did do in those days. And they said yes, but as long as you come straight home. And I did. And I thought, well, when one of them asked to see me for a date, and I told my mum, she said, you can't do that, you're going out with Harry. So I said, yes, but how will I know he's the right one if I don't sample a few others? And so that's really what made me say to him that I thought we were getting too serious, too young. And he was very upset. I felt so mean afterwards because Nanna said he'd made himself quite ill over it, you know. He did know his own mind once he met me. And I didn't, because being that much younger, I suppose. He was 19 when we parted. And I did go out, I went out, I had plenty of dates, but I did get engaged to somebody in the RAF. And I think that was the fact that his father was killed in the First World War. His mother brought him up. He was a bit of a mummy's boy. She used to send him boxes of homemade marzipan fruits. She used to make them. And I think that's what drew me to him. I always loved marzipan. I used to sit next to his brother at parties because if there were Christmas cakes or birthday cakes, I'd sit next to him because he didn't like it. He'd take it off. And I said, "What are you going to do, eat that?" And he said, "No." I said, "Oh, it's a shame to waste it." So
Wow.
I came in handy then.
I'm just going to stop.